Okay, I'm going to try to do another video to help set up listings. If you're a new shop and you're not sure what you're doing, I'm sorry, my dog is having issues. The first thing you need to do is pick out what product you're going to list. And when you're doing that, the first thing I would do is go look for like items and do a search on Etsy for the same thing you're trying to sell. You're looking for a shop that's selling similar items. You check them out, see how many sales they have. If they only have 40 or 50 sales, you're going to move on to another shop. You're looking for one that's got hundreds of sales or thousands of sales of similar items. That's the shop you want to look at. So let's see, what can we look for? Custom. I'm going to look for custom wood signs. That pulls up over 73,000 sellers with signs. So, you're looking to see, and an easy way to tell if it's a really busy shop is by the number of reviews. If they only have 5 reviews, then they probably haven't sold many. So don't waste your time clicking on them. If they got thousands, they've sold a lot, so it might be a good one to look at. I'm going to pick one here that only has had 32 reviews. They've had 155 sales. Amazingly, they've had 155 sales in a year. Here's the issue. If you can see their title, it says custom wood sign. If your title looks like that, that's not very good. They're getting sales if somebody types in a search custom wood sign. Their titles are not very good. They only have 24 items listed in their shop. Their titles on anything is not very good. So you don't want to copy what they're doing. It's obviously not really working great for them because they've only had a few sales. This one here has had 1,454 reviews, so they must be doing something right because they've had a lot of sales just to get 1,000 reviews. So you're going to click on that one. She has had over 5,000 sales, 5,146 sales since 2009. So you're going to look at how do they have their titles. This is a custom wood sign that has uncorked unwind on it. They are hand painting these on distressed wood or reclaimed wood. So what you're going to look at is how they have their title. They're doing it exactly like I'm trying to tell y'all to do with phrase words. They're using slashes instead of commas, and they're putting 2 slashes. So really, they're kind of wasting with putting that extra slash in there. They're wasting a little bit of their space. They probably could fit one more keyword phrase in there if they didn't do it that way. But it's okay. Whatever works is getting them a lot of sales because they are putting the phrases and separating them. They have uncorked, unwinded with a separation, wine signs, farmhouse decor, farmhouse signs, hand painted, farmhouse, wine decor, winery signs, wine gifts. The key is putting those phrases, finding phrases like that that are going to work for what you're selling. A comma, slash, dash, whatever it is in between each phrase and a space after it is what gets you that high Etsy rank. That is what you want to have. You also notice down at the bottom of theirs all these keywords that are related. What they are using to get them seen in different categories. Since we can't see their listing, we don't know exactly how they did it, but you can get a pretty good idea by their overview, how they've listed the materials, the size of the sign, the way their description is. Gives you a pretty good idea of what your listing should look like. If they've made 5,000 sales, that's what you're wanting to do, so you're going to do something pretty daggone similar to that. Just so you can get, you know, you're trying to get those sales. Then you're going to go look and let's find another one that's had a lot of sales. Here's another one. Let me make sure it's not the same seller. It's a different seller. You click on theirs. Little different sign here. This one's an anniversary engagement one, but they have done the exact same thing with their titles, putting those key phrases in and separating them. They've had 2,447 reviews since 2012, 15,014 sales since 2012. So they have sold a ton. This is a good shop if you're selling this kind of item to look at, that you want to see how they're doing it to get seen and get sales. You see what keywords they're using. Kind of go by that and put it to work in your shop. That's the biggest key right there, is looking at other sellers, seeing, you know, if they're selling the same things and they're doing great, you want to kind of make your listing similar. You don't want to just put custom wood sign. You want to use those keywords. Look at several shops selling the same type items and see what they're doing. Here's another one with the grandkids board that, you know, to put your pictures on. Same thing. They're using the little squiggles to separate. But that's what you want to do. Once you get those things on here, then, you know, and you're going to put your materials, put your things, you can put a link into your main shop if you need to, or another similar listing. I've just started doing that. That's what's going to get people in your shop and get them to come look. Oh, here's a different listing, something else you might like. They might click on that, go to something else in your shop. Keep in mind, when they're looking at a search, this is what they see. All of these people, they're not just seeing your shop. So the more of your listings that are up there, the more likely they're going to click on something of yours and get to your shop. In order for you to get to this first page or second page, you got to be getting your listings to be similar to what all these people have, or you're not going to get found. That one that showed up with just the custom wood sign, it was just because that's what I typed to search. That's the only reason she showed up on that page. But they're, you know, these people are using multiple key phrases. So any of these key phrases that a normal customer is likely to type is going to pull them up in a search. So you want to think, what might my customer type just to find me? And that's what you want to try to use in there. Try doing that. Use as many as you can. Search for like sellers that are selling a ton. And use those as examples of what you want to look at. And go by that. Try that. If you want me to look at it and see what it's looking like afterwards, I'll be glad to look and see how it's pulling up. I've got the other video that shows you how to check your titles to see if what you're using is getting you seen where you want to be. Your goal is to get on page 1 or 2 and to get an A or a B on Etsy rank with your listings. Give that a try, and we'll do another video shortly.